Everyone, I'm Kalina Brody, and I'm going to be giving a presentation on the legacy city of Baltimore and specifically talking about the good and bad of urbanization. First, we're going to talk about the background, a community driven by industrialization. So there's shipping and port industry that they are known for. It's one of the largest ports on the East Coast. Um, Bringing in and out coal, tobacco, trucks, etc., along with manufacturing, steel, shipbuilding, and auto parts. This is one of the steel mills in Baltimore in the 30s. It was also a major transportation hub with the creation of the B&O Railroad in 1830 that ran over 3,000 miles. Baltimore City became a area with great opportunity and a stable economy for blue collar workers to come and ultimately led to the Great Migration. Everyone could have a fair shot at earning money for their family and contributing to the community. This is just a snippet from an article that I found. And so, what has happened since the population has almost been cut in half? Over 15,000 buildings are abandoned in historically Black neighborhoods. There's been an increase in crime and illegal dumping in these areas. And the steel mill that we saw in the previous photo is actually shut down. So this map, you can see all of the red areas are abandoned buildings, which is a significant amount of ground coverage. In the bottom image, you can see what a lot of the streets in the city look like, boarded up and left behind. So, who is urban decay affecting? Our youth. This is a news article that the headline caught my eye from CBS. Juvenile crime arrests in Baltimore City are up 146% compared to 2023, which is a really, really concerning number. Here's some more numbers just so we can really grasp the dire state of this community. In 2022, a significant portion of Baltimore City students were considered chronically absent, with 58% of them being out of school for more than half the year. The Baltimore City school system has lost more than a quarter of its student population in the past 18 years. So that is just a main reason why these schools are not able to stay open. The population shrinking has also led to a lack of educators. The Port of Baltimore, it's still really bringing in a lot of economic success and stability for them. It is a powerhouse and one of Maryland's top economic engines with a mix of state-owned and marine terminals and privately owned facilities. So that came directly from the Port of Baltimore's Facebook. Um, Along with healthcare, there's also a lot of opportunity going on. Johns Hopkins University and Hospital is Baltimore's largest employer and global leader. Biotech hub with startups and research institutions focusing on more advanced medical systems. And then the University of Maryland also is contributing significantly to employment and innovation. So higher education is a strong and economic driver with all of those universities being so close and well known. These schools attract talent, federal research grants, and innovation partnerships. Some of the interventions I have are transform abandoned buildings into urban community centers. These will all offer local clubs and meetings tailored to community interests. So that may change where's what neighborhood you're in. Encourage communities to create art inside and outside of the spaces. So it's a place that they like going, they want to walk by, they want to meet their friends there. Fosters connection and safety in formerly abandoned buildings that otherwise have maybe been a center for crime or not so great attributes of the city. Also empower youth through local leaders, so having mentorship programs at the local community centers, host group events like concerts, like I said, murals, sports games, providing safe spaces for youth to connect and receive guidance that they may not be receiving outside um, of this space. And lastly is university youth partnerships with local institutions like the ones listed earlier, offer free or low cost training certifications, healthcare training, and trade programs. This will create pathways to opportunity for individuals lacking access to education, training, and even the idea that there is an opportunity out there. So here's what that looks like. The building on the left is an abandoned building in the heart of Baltimore. And on the right is a future plan of what it could possibly look like. I think this would be a great space for them to host weekly meetings, host events, host barbecues, concerts. You can just see, looking from left to right, how much more vibrant a building like that is. This was something interesting that I found on YouTube. A individual turned abandoned warehouse into a home on the inside, and I just really loved the vibe on the inside. I thought that it's very homey and could create a space for people to want to go to, want to be together, want to learn about each other in the community. The future benefits of doing this, more individuals will be involved in the community, clubs in school, bringing back some sense of unity. Overall, more guidance to deal with the difficult life events and circumstances that may be going on in these areas, and a sense of hope in a world that may feel hopeless. And less crime for many generations, with restarting at the youth and trying to redirect the paths that they are going to take. So my theories of change were strengthening youth community bonds, um, recognizing and supporting the community's adolescents is essential. They are our future. Here are a few resources that I use. Thank you guys for listening.